Instead of doing my typical exercise of the week video, I took Buck to a dressage clinic this past week at my trainer's place. It was an advanced eventer came up from South Alabama to give us a clinic, and she does that about every other month. So I'll be doing these fairly regularly. I'm gonna just kind of talk through what we did in our lesson. And the one thing I want to say about her is that I love that she walks around with you. I'm kind of hard of hearing, so it's difficult when trainers sit at the end of an arena and yell at you. So I really like that about instructors when they're in the arena with you. Here we're just kind of warming up and we're talking about what it takes anatomy-wise for a horse to be able to bend around your leg. And so we're just staying on the circle, and I'm asking Buck at the walk to bend to the inside and then stay on the circle and bend to the outside. So we did that both directions, walk and trot. And she was saying that my lower leg is too far back on the horse, that I'm more asking from his flank when I need to ask more at the girth. And what it's doing is, if you think about your ankle, when you put your ankle on, you're asking the horse to bend around it. And for a horse to do that, it basically has to engage its own core. To be able to bring his hind end under him, round over the top line, open his rib cage on the opposite side, engage the core to be able to bend around your leg. So this whole time we're walking and talking, and she's kind of explaining that concept to me. She had me basically throw my reins away, and it all needed to come from my leg and my seat. The reins were just there to kind of guide and keep him in between it. So here in a second we did that, and now what I'm asking him is to bend to the outside. And through this bend, now I'm going to ask him to turn that direction. So we were tracking right, I bent to the outside, bent to the left, and then with my seat and my outside leg, I asked him to turn to the left without using my reins. So that's another good exercise that you can do to follow up. And you can see how loose my reins are. I'm not using my reins at all, trying not to. They're just kind of guiding him to stay in between them. It's all coming from my seat and my leg. We did it at the trot. So again, I'm just asking with my inside leg at the girth to have him bend. She said, don't worry about it looking pretty. Don't worry about the horse being round. Don't worry if the horse is upside down. She said, I just want him to be responsive to your leg, and see him when he starts engaging his core, he will start stepping underneath himself better with his hind leg and rounding through the top line, and then it will all come in time. The end result will look pretty. You just got to get through this awkward movement of him figuring out what you're asking. So my biggest thing I had to work on, like I said, is I was asking with my leg too far behind. You want to ask more of it right behind the girth. She said when you ask for things with your leg further behind, that's when you ask for like a canter. So outside leg further behind for the canter, or if you're asking the horse to actually do leg yields or turn on the forehand, that kind of thing, that's when you ask with your leg further back. So I really have to work on getting my leg more at the girth than further back from the girth. And some people have the opposite problem. Some people do more like a chair seat, so their leg is in front of the girth, and you have to work on bringing it back underneath yourself and a little bit behind the girth. I know a lot of this video is done on a 20-meter circle. This was probably only 15 minutes of our lesson on the circle, so I don't recommend that you drill your horse for an hour on a 20-meter circle. That's not good for their mind or their joints. But even though we're on like 15 minutes on a circle, we're asking him to do a lot of different things on that circle, so it's not like we're just doing a circle over and over and over again and he's not thinking about things. And when you first start doing this with your horse, it helps to do it on a circle because it gives you a reference and the horse a reference on what track they need to stay on, so they don't make the circle smaller or bigger. They just need to give to your leg by bending. I hope that makes sense. And when your horse is first learning these things, don't expect it to be able to do the entire circle bending to the inside or bending to the outside. That's why we switched it up. So like maybe 5, 6, 7 strides of him bending to the outside, or a quarter or half of the circle to him bending to the inside, and just increase the time from there. I just wanted to show you our canter transitions, how they're coming along. He does this funny chicken trot into canter. He just doesn't quite get the concept of the canter aids yet. And she gave me a lot of great things to work on at home to teach him those aids, along with having better transitions in general. So that will be our next exercise of the week. I hope you guys enjoyed this version of the exercise of the week. I didn't want to have her actually talking in the video because I don't think that's fair for the instructor, but I think it's helpful for you guys to understand what we're doing and what I'm learning in the lessons. So that's why I wanted to kind of talk you through my lesson a little bit. I hope you got something out of it. Please like if you did, it helps my videos out. Comment below if you didn't understand something. And please subscribe. I can see in my analytics that about 70% of you guys that are watching my videos are not subscribed. It helps me out, it helps the videos out. I'll be able to make better content more frequently if you guys will please support me, subscribe, like, comment, and those that do, I so appreciate it. Hope you guys are enjoying these videos, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, love you. Mwah. Ted says bye too. Bye-bye.